Welcome everyone to year 7 in the Minnesota GM mode, and a lot of shit happened. We have to go over it, a lot of the trades, before I actually start the simulation itself, so I don't know how long it's going to be until I actually start that, but whatever. So a lot of your suggestions were taken into account when these deals were made. Some of them I made on my own. A couple people were commenting, telling me what I should do. I voiced my opinion to them, and we had a couple mixed opinions there. But no matter. I believe how many trades I do. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have a whole bunch of different scenarios that could have happened written here. So I have a new book. I have this wireless notebook, and it allows me to. I don't know why it's actually called Wireless Notebook. So it's a huge thing where I'm going to write down all my trades from past GM modes as well. Well, not past ones, but as this one gets older in NHL 15, I can go back and say, oh, look, here's what I did in NHL 14. Maybe I can take some tips from that. So anyway, we did 5 big trades, and a lot of random scribbles are here because certain events didn't occur. But our first one, we'll just go look at it in the coaching options. But first, I'd like to show you guys the jersey number stuff, because our captain is Danny Cristo. We got Michael Granlund as an alternate, and JT Miller, my boy, JT, he's got to be an assistant as well. So, with that said, we have a few trades here. Let's look at them. First, we're going to start off with how we got Sprong here. You guys were saying get him. He has 5-star shooting, which is insane. He's really good for the power play, especially. His skating's not that good, neither is his senses. But his defense is wicked, that defensive awareness at least. So everything else should kind of boost up a little bit. But his shooting is insane, so that's really good for the power play unit. So we traded Bodker, Dale Weidman, who was a prospect that we drafted 6th overall. I know you guys are probably saying, why are you trading prospects? There's really no point. God, you draft them and all this, stuff like that. But what I realize is that GM mode is not very long. The way I set mine, I set them to 10 years, and probably in NHL 15 it'll be 15 years I'll set them. But 10 years, and we're already in year 7, I mean, those guys are going to become nothing compared to what Daniel Sprong here could become in that amount of time. So it's fine to trade away these prospects now. I'll have to remember set it to 15 years, even 20 in NHL 15. We probably wouldn't do 20, but, whatever. So, Sprong, and we got J.C. Lapon. I don't know where he ended up. I think he's in the minors. For Michael Bodker, Dale Weidman, a 2024 third and a 2025 third. So, there's one deal. Then we went to the Philadelphia Flyers and acquired this guy. His name is Adam Lowry. He's a third-line checker. He's got a really good shooting category. He's got an excellent defensive category. Great physical. He's a decent skater, decent puck skill guy. 16 goals on the third line last year for the Philadelphia Flyers. Yeah. So he's got a good contract as well. So we got Lowry. Here, I'll just pull him up again. So we got Lowry and Mark Stewart, who is an 82 overall defensive defenseman, in exchange for Jonathan Blum. I know you guys are like, what the hell, you traded Blum? And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Spalling, 2025 first-round pick, and then we had to trade Nylander as well. This guy is apparently going to be something big in the future, because we had to give up a lot to get him, I know, but I want to improve that third line, so that's exactly what I did. And we traded, I'll get into that one later on. I might as well go with how we got Ferraro here. So we got 2 85s and an 84 on the third line, so we got a really good third line. We traded Simpson, the goalie, our goalie at least. Mears, a fourth-line guy, for Ferraro, Ross, and Ranta. So look at this. He's got a really good defensive category for that third line. Decent shooter, So he could definitely be really good for us. Ross we acquired, I said, with the Wings there. Got a good new fourth-liner. Got rid of that Mears guy. Sobotka's got a better face-off, that's why he's at center. What else we got here? Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll go on to the defense trades now. So the defense looks a lot different now. You can see we added Cam Fowler there. Shattenkirk is gone, and Braun is new as well. So I'll explain those. So we traded Corey Schneider, Kevin Shattenkirk, and Jimmy Hayes to the Anaheim Ducks in exchange for Ben Lovejoy, Cam Fowler, who we got here, and our buddy John Gibson, because you guys wanted a 90 overall goaltender, so I went out and got it. So we had to give up Shattenkirk to get that goalie, but that's okay because we got Cam Fowler, who's actually he's not as good as what's his name, Shattenkirk, but his defensive category still holds up. So, and he'll get more goals, I think. So he'll be a good little player there to have, and he can play with Spurge as well, two offensive defensemen with good defensive categories. So Braun we actually acquired from the San Jose Sharks for Mark Stewart. That's all we traded. Mark Stewart had more trade value, but he was like 35 years old, and I didn't want him. He had really terrible discipline compared to Braun. Braun has that 90 discipline for a defensive defenseman, which I like. Mark Stewart, though he was like an 82 overall, his contract was like $4 million or something stupid, and he also was... he had that like 70 discipline, which I didn't like. He had like 200 penalties a season, penalty minutes that is, and Braun's only got like 40s, 50s here, so that's good. So a lot of our prospects were traded. We gave up Shattenkirk to get Fowler and Gibson, but that's okay because Chipchira is slated to be top 4, it says, but he can definitely play top 2. Like, he's definitely good enough to play up there, and I think he can improve off his rookie year where he won the Stanley Cup. Oh, no, he didn't win the Stanley Cup. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, we lost the third round. I forgot about that. So, yeah, Chipchira can definitely play with Pietrangelo because he'll become like a 90, and they'll be both top 2. Top 4 right there, top 4, and then these guys are top 6. I decided to trade Blum instead of Spurgeon because Spurgeon's contract was like $1 million less, for now at least. And he was a better player overall. Not physical, really, but his defensive category was better. His shooting was better. His puck skills was better. His senses was a lot better, but his skating was worse. I think that was like the only thing. So, yeah, those are the deals we made. This is our team. Chipchira, Pietrangelo, Fowler, Spurgeon, Braun, Brodin, Landeskog, Granlund, Christo, Sprong, who actually is supposed to be a second liner, it says he is. These guys are all third liners, all second liners, all fourth, all first. One of the rare times I actually have that where everyone's where it's supposed to be. And then we got a backup goalie, Breezewa, however you pronounce it. I signed him in free agency instead of going out and trading one. And in the American Hockey League, we still have Anthony Brodeur, and, there's Lapon and a bunch of other guys that came into free agency that we got in there. So, yeah, anyway, that is our lineup. I guess I could show you the power play. Christo, Granlund, Landeskog, Chipchira, Pietrangelo, Sprong with that. I was going to put, what's his name, Zucker, but Sprong's got that 99 shooting. You got to put him in there. And Miller, you got to put him as well. He's a good little player there. So Fowler and Spurgeon, yep. So there you guys go. That's the power play and the penalty kill. All our best defensive players. And yes, Sprong is a good defensive player with that 92, which is surprising for a sniper. So, yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to get simmed in this. What's Lowry's? Oh, 91 defensive awareness. All right, so that's good enough. So, I don't know how much I'm going to get simmed in this. We're already 8 minutes in, and I've just explaining trades. But I think I did really good, really well. I think I made some really good moves, especially since we're coming near the end of GM mode if it's set to 10 years. Okay, goalie rotation's on. So, those guys could have taken a couple more years to grow. So, Sprong, not a good skater, but he's got that shot which anyone can set up a guy and he can rifle it in the net. So let's go up to the first game against the Chicago Blackhawks. Look, we're already 9 minutes in. I haven't even simulated. I'm sorry about that, but I had to get those trades out of the way. So I was thinking I was going to be trading Simpson and Simpson and Schneider for Gibson, but that didn't work out. Their trade values actually didn't match up, so I had to get rid of Shattenkirk, and that was a big loss. I really didn't want to get rid of him, but I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, we got Chipchira. He can play top 2, So, yeah, that's just how it all worked out. I think we really improved our third line as well this year. Like, we don't have 82s on our 81s. We got 85s and an 84, including Miller, who is a third-line scorer. Lowry on the left wing there, that guy from Philadelphia, is a third-line checker, just what we need, hard-nosed guy from Philly. And I think Ferraro is I want to say he's a checker, because I think he is, because his shootings or his offensive category is weaker than defense. So I want to say he's a checker, but he's also got a mixture of scorer. So we kind of got like a really good balanced team here now. So with that said, we are 7-0. Oh, no, we weren't 7-0. We lost in overtime in the preseason, I think. Anyway, So 10 minutes in, exactly, actually, pretty much, yeah. We're going to get some simulating done, probably 20 games here, something like that. So let's just see how this starts off. We'll go till right here, this Nashville game. We should have a really good team this year. Now, I know I'm probably jinxing that, but I think we should be insanely good. Just because that third line is so improved, so vastly improved. Back-to-back Chicago start off. That's weird. Anyway, Granlund must have had a hat trick there unless he scored in the first game. Anyway, yeah, so we should have a vastly improved team. That third line is sick. That's probably one of the best third lines I've ever had, like 85s and 84s. Like, all of them being that good, that's pretty insane. So, yeah, definitely one of the best teams I probably built ever. Maybe no. I had a Buffalo team in, that guy's really good potential right there. I'll just go look at him. I had a Buffalo GM mode in NHL 13. I never recorded it, and I don't know why. I think it was near the end of NHL. It was near the end of NHL 13. And we won 5 or 6. I don't remember. I think it was 5 consecutive Stanley Cups. We had this guy named Troy Love. He ended up being a 88 overall, like first overall pick, 5-star green. He became a 97. It was insane. He became a 97 with 5-star like everything except for like physical. And they were all like 95 and over stats. His physical was brought down from like body checking or something. That was it. So that's why he wasn't a 99. It was fucking insane. He scored like 120 points. I know you're probably like bullshit, but yeah, this is actually true. He scored 120 points like every year. It was fucking nuts. I mean, oh man, I wish I could get that guy again. He wasn't even real. Like, he was just kind of one of those generic creative players that turned out to be really good. But we are only 4-4-1 to start off. Could be a rocky start. I've had that before. A lot of times that happens actually with my GM modes. I start off really weak, like really, really weak, and then it gets going there. But look, Nashville, really good team this year. But we beat them. That's good. Get a little win streak going here. Just got to get adjusted to a new team. John Gibson's got to get adjusted here in Minnesota. Who else has to be adjusted? Lowry, Ferraro, Sprong. Chip Chira has to get adjusted to playing in the top 2. And who else? Braun, Fowler. So Brisebois, backup goalie. We have a lot of adjustments to be made. Our players, they have to get used to the new system. How Mike Yeo is coaching in Minnesota there. Still got him coaching our team. So back-to-back Dallas Stars games. Look at that. Wow, big 6-5 win. Chip Chira has the most assists. That's actually insanely good for him. I know it looks weird, but that's really good. Wow, we lost to a team that has 4 wins all year. I just saw that. Wow. So, 11-6-1, not that good to start off, really. 11-7-1. We're on the verge of not making the playoffs. We're kind of like that team that's kind of on the ropes a little there. But, 11-7-1, 20 games. We'll go a few more, see if we can get a little win streak going here. Yeah, let's go up to this Toronto game, and then we'll look at the stats, and I'll end it here, render this video out, and keep recording the season. Why not? I normally record the season all at once, all 3 episodes, so we'll do it. Even though it's 11 o'clock at night, and I've had like no time, really, recently for GM mode or anything. Like Watch Dogs, I haven't done in 2 weeks. I want to get The Walking Dead 400 Days done tomorrow, or, at least sometime this week. It's been pretty busy, I mean, shit happens. I'm not sure if I told you guys this ever, but, I am going, I don't even know why I'm mentioning this now, because, I'll probably just do an update video on it like a week or so before I leave, but, I'm going to Mexico for 1 week, and, I know this is really, or, I don't know why I'm saying this now, but I'm going to Mexico late September, and you're like, what the fuck, why is he telling us this now? But, late September, so, yeah, so it's like the 3rd or 4th week of September, and NHL 15 comes out then. So, it doesn't come out then. It comes out a week before I leave or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to record a lot of the Penguins GM mode, because you guys know we're going to have a new Penguins GM mode. I'm going to have to record a lot of that, and then just upload it, because I don't know if we'll have internet there or whatever. But I'll upload it and publish it, And every day or every 2 days, you'll have a new GM mode episode for NHL 15 when I'm gone. So I'll have a lot of catching up to do when I get back. So yeah, I'm just telling you that now, just so I know it's like over a month away. But I'm just telling this to you now, just so you know that I know I want to get a lot of NHL 15 done early on, but time to go on a trip, get away. So yeah, just so you guys know that, shit happens. But, yeah, I'm not sure how many videos will go up in that week. Probably like 4 or 5, I would say. So, not as much NHL 15 content as you would like, but, that's just how the dice rolls, I guess you could say. Anyway, 18-9-1. We haven't had many. We have only had one overtime loss, which is kind of strange. But anyway, 19-9-1, we're improving, so we'll stop it here. Wait, how many games are we in? We're 29 games. Let's do 30. Make it an even 30. This is getting pretty long. Come on. Let's get a win. Yeah, there we go. Okay, 29-1. Much more respectable record than our terrible start. Looking like a third-round team from last year. So anyway, I doubt we're first place. The Detroit Red Wings are the only team that's ahead of us, actually. So 21-8. We're 29-1. All right, so we're only 1 point behind. No big deal. Goals for. Wow, we are first by 13. That's good. That's what I like to see. Goals against. We're 11th, but being top 5, we're only 6 goals off. So that's not that big of a deal. It's the backup goalie that's probably letting in more goals because he's only an 81. But that's no big deal when playoff time comes around. Second in power play is something I haven't had in a few years. That's pretty good. Penalty kill, 19th. Ooh, not a very good penalty kill, but I'm sure that'll improve. I don't know why we'd have a shitty-ass penalty kill, but whatever. I'll have to take a look at that. Player stats, let's look at these quick. Take a look at what's going on in the American Hockey League. Just Anthony Brodeur, who I care about, because he'll probably jump up to like an 82, I would think. Be our good, solid backup goaltender. Because Brisebois, he only has a 1-year contract worth $1 million, if you guys didn't know that. So, Christo with 30 points, Granlund with 30 points. Wow, Granlund has 14 goals already. He only had 20 all of last year, so that's pretty sick. Christo, he's only a +1, which is kind of weird. Plus 31 last year, but whatever. Shit happens. Chip Chiro at 26 points. What a beast. That guy is going to be sick. Miller with 26. Holy shit. It's definitely the power play time is getting it for him. Huberdeau, 22. Spurgeon, 21. Landeskog, only 19. He might be a trading asset for the future. Get a better first liner. Get like a first line sniper. He's a minus player as well. Is Huberdeau a minus player? Huberdeau is not a minus player. He's even. Sprong, 16 points, but he's got 12 goals, so I mean, that's good. Fowler, 15 points, that's good. Pietrangelo, no goals yet, though, that's weird. Ferraro, 14 on third line, that's pretty good. Lowry, only 8. But, I like to see the fourth line and third line, they're being plus players, which is good. Something you don't see that often. Holy shit! Zucker only has 1 goal, 5 assists in 30 games. He's struggling. He might be a trading asset. Get a better second liner. Get a sniper instead. I'm thinking. But we're playing well, so I mean, could be just the slow start. Maybe Miller will move up. I don't want to ruin it, though. Yeah, I'm not going to ruin it. I know you guys will probably say in this episode, oh, you should move him up for our next one, but you got to realize that I'm recording these all at once, so I'm not going to move him up, so don't even bother commenting that. Maybe in the playoffs, it really depends. But we're playing well right now, so I don't think we want to move him up, because think about it. We got Huberdeau and Sprong. Sprong's got a good defensive category, so is Huberdeau, but Zucker is really he's the two-way forward. He's the guy that's got the defensive category. Actually, it's not as good as Sprong, so, yeah, it's kind of weird. He's struggling. He's the guy that's kind of on the ropes now. Anyway, only Zucker and Landeskog are minus players. It's kind of weird. Anyway, goaltending-wise, what do we got? What do we got going on? Brisebois is 5-0, so that's good. He's got a terrible save percentage, so that's probably why we got we're not like top in goals for, or not goals for, goals against. 2.3 for what's his name? 2.31 for Gibson, 15-9 respectable record, and 1 overtime loss there, shootout loss. 920 save percentage, could be better. 3 shutouts, but He's a 90 overall. I'm not going to judge him yet. It's his first year. He's going to be a playoff guy, definitely. I would hope. Yeah. His goals against average wasn't good for these 2 years. But, he'll bounce back. He's with a good team now. Anyway, we're 20 minutes in. I'm going to end it here. No point looking at Anthony Brodeur in the American Hockey League. We'll do that at the end of the season. So, only Zucker is struggling on the team, really, in my opinion. Everyone else is doing their job. I'm not going to change anything, though. Miller's got 26 points on that third line in power play. I'm going to leave him there. Plus, we need the depth, So, Zucker's going to stay where he is. Like I said, don't bother commenting. Change it. We're doing fine. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going to end it here. So, I will see you guys in the next episode.